Good morning. Today is the day that we fly to Italy, and our first stop is Milan. We're staying there for 2 days, and I can't wait to show you what we've been up to. We decided to start the next day with breakfast at Starbucks Roastery, and it did not disappoint. The pastries were so good and the coffee was delicious. And then we also went to the gallery as well as the Da Vinci's museum. However, I was not that impressed by Da Vinci's museum for some reason, but after a little bit of shopping, obviously, we went to Dolce & Gabbana's museum that we booked tickets to. And this is a exhibition that if you are in Milan, you should definitely book tickets to this, because I feel like my mouth was open all the time and I was just impressed by every single hall that we walked into. To explore yet another city that is located around the Lake Garda, and let me tell you what happened. So in order to go to another city, you can either go by a car, which takes a really long time, or you can cross the lake with a boat, with like a boat trip. And we lost 2 hours of our day because we went on a different boat when we wanted to go back to the place that we left our car in. And so we basically lost 2 hours, and we had this instinct that we should ask where this boat is going, but we didn't, and we still got on it. So it's obviously our fault. But it was funny to understand that, oh, we're on a different boat, you know? But the people were so understanding, and they actually helped us quite a lot. After a full day of being in the sun and swimming in the pool and the lake, we decided to go to this city, which is called Salo, and it was gorgeous. We first just strolled around the city, and then we had some coffee and dessert before heading to this restaurant that served one of the most delicious pastas I've ever had. It was so simple yet so good, and I definitely enjoyed this calm but very nice evening. My skin was glowing today, and I think it's because it was so ready for the things that we decided to do today. So first off, we went to Ferrari Museum, and if you need some inspiration for traveling and exploring, this is even if you are not a fan of supercars or cars in general, it's still worth the visit. And then we decided to do like a 2-day trip. We went to Florence, and if you're not like a nature person and you want to experience more of the city and more of the museums, which they have a lot, you should definitely visit Florence. It's a gorgeous city. It definitely has its ups and downs because some parts of it are more dirtier, some parts of it are so gorgeous. We also stumbled upon a Gucci museum. I feel like these little museums, like you don't find them everywhere. So we stumbled upon the Gucci museum, and it's the original house of where everything started. So it was so interesting and so insane that we stumbled upon something like that. This was my outfit of the day in Florence day 2, and today we just wanted to explore more of the city. We also went to this, it was so hot, by the way, it was 34 degrees, but we went to this, bridge, and we also somehow stumbled upon Tour de France. So this day was so eventful, and I feel like when you just go with the flow and don't really plan everything out, I feel like that's when you find the best places, the best destinations, because today was just amazing, and I'm so grateful to have these opportunities as well. I'm so grateful for my parents, because without them I wouldn't be exploring these cities. And finally talk to you. Right now we are going back to the place that we're staying at, and we went on like a 2-day trip to Florence, and our plan was actually to go to Florence and then to Pisa, but we decided to stay in Florence because there was so much to do, and we arrived at around like 4, and actually most of the museums close around that time, and also like their opening hours and closing hours vary quite a lot. So we wanted to have like the full experience, and we actually made the right decision, because first of all, our hotel was so magical. It felt like we were staying at some place like we were like locals. Then we also got to go to the Gucci museum, and also where like everything started from, and also where the Gucci film was filmed, everything, and it was just gorgeous. I have no words. I'm actually speechless. Then we also didn't know that Tour de France is happening, and we actually got to see the start of it, and it was just insane. Like, so many things in only 2 days. Italy is just so beautiful. So fixing down all the places that we want to go like next year or anytime, because it's no words can explain how lucky we feel and how grateful we are to experience all of them. And yeah, I haven't got to talk to you that much because we're just driving around all the time. Right now we're actually making a little pit stop because it gives you like inspiration for traveling, because it is just gorgeous. found a city that has a bunch of elements from different parts of Italy, like from Venice, from Verona. And if you have been to Venice, for example, I have been, and it was so interesting to like see how some of the things are replicated, especially the steps in the water. And overall, this was a very it was a very short trip to this city because it doesn't really have anything that much. However, we took a boat ride, we also had some coffee and also some lunch, and yeah, that was it for today. Back home from Italy. As you can see from the setting, the usual, I decided to end the vlog with something like this so that I can talk you through a little bit and tell you about my plans and all that, just to talk to you, because I haven't directly in this video, only once I think. I don't know why. Italy is just a country that I feel like is calling my name. I can't put it, I can't wrap around my head why I feel like I'm at home when I'm in Italy. So I definitely have to understand that feeling as to why I feel such a connection with country, because when you travel, you obviously see the beautiful places and everything, the must visits and stuff, but honestly, I can say that I've seen quite a lot of aspects of that country. Obviously, every country has its contrasts, and it's normal to one part of the city be, dirty, and the other part of the city is super pretty, filled with museums and everything. I've visited, that's my cat by the way, because we haven't seen him in such a long time. Also seen not the most pretty parts in Italy, for example Florence or Venice. I'm not saying that Florence isn't beautiful, I'm just saying that it has a different vibe of that city. But in total, I've been to Italy 3 times and for a pretty long time. So for example, this time we went for 8 days, so it's quite a lot. I love Italy, you can tell. I'm pretty tired because our flight was really early. I hope this gives you some sort of inspiration for traveling. And if you haven't visited Italy, what are you doing? That I'm not gonna bore you anymore with how gorgeous Italy is. But yeah, as I said, I hope this gives you some inspiration for traveling. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!